I don't really watch anime anymore. I had a pretty big phase towards the end of high school, watched a bunch, and quickly realized a whole lot of this just wasn't for me. Too many of the tropes I just didn't like. I don't usually enjoy media based in high schools, and the overt sexualization of minors, especially teenage girls, just grosses me out. So what I'm saying is, it takes a lot to get me to watch something. It's gotta be top tier for me to even try. I've gotta see a lot of people talking about it, and they've gotta be talking a lot of good. This does not happen much, except for a few years back when Laid Back Camp Season 1 came out. I saw a lot of murmur, a lot of video clips, and a friend of mine at the time seemed to really enjoy it. I finally gave it a shot, and I loved it. I loved the art, I loved the theme, I loved that nothing really happened other than girls going camping. It was the best. I watched it all in a day, and eagerly awaited its return. Come the beginning of April 2021, I've got the first Friday off from work, and Season 2 ends the day before. It couldn't be more perfect. And it turns out Season 2 is great. It largely progresses much like the first. Every episode revolves around a certain number of characters going on episode-long camping trips. Every campsite is lovingly rendered, the camera lingers on long shots of rivers and forests, and the beautiful Mount Fuji, a center point for the show. Most episodes have the key characters meeting kind strangers who help guide these children through their escapades. And every episode gives tips and pointers for anyone else who wishes to go winter camping themselves. A big way to describe Laid Back Camp is comfy. Everyone is bundled up head to toe in winter clothing. Eating ramen hunched over a campfire couldn't look more relaxing. And despite the short runtime, the creators always give plenty of time to relax and enjoy the animated scenery. This sense of comfort is only enhanced by the plot, in that there's also never really any conflict to be stressed over. Every story twist is telegraphed miles ahead of time, and is always resolved as soon as it's brought up. And it's great. Laid Back Camp isn't trying to be a show where you're guessing what happens next. It isn't trying to be a show that keeps you on the edge. It's a show about camping, and a group of girls who like doing it. Everyone in the show is nice. All the main characters get along with one another. All their parents, at least the ones that are shown, are supportive and caring. Every stranger they run into is kind and eager to help them out when necessary, and their kindness is both accepted gratefully and repaid whenever possible. Laid Back Camp is a show about people being kind to one another and enjoying nature. It's one of the most pleasant things I've ever watched. Now, a slight spoiler, one of my favorite episodes involves Nadeshiko going solo camping for the first time, and how both her older sister, my favorite character in the show, and best friend Rin, my second favorite character, react to it. It's just so heartwarming, seeing how much these characters care for one another, how both Rin and Nadeshiko's sister are so worried about her, even though nobody was ever going to be in any real danger. It was like chicken soup for the soul. Actually, instant ramen for the soul. Now, despite not having much in terms of conflict, Laid Back Camp does have a strong message. What it's like to be alone versus with others. Rin is an avid fan of solo camping, and the whole of Season 1 was getting her to come out of her shell and to go camping with others. This season, she and Nadeshiko weigh how having fun in a big group can be great, but being alone with your own thoughts can be just as rewarding. The show argues that it's healthy to be alone, that going to restaurants by yourself, or taking a solo trip around a new town, or just sitting by a solo campfire is not only okay, but an almost necessary thing to do from time to time. I happen to very much agree with this message. It really struck a chord. The art style of Laid Back Camp is nothing special. It's average anime at this point. But every backdrop is so vibrant with life, making the show such a joy visually. For most likely cost reasons, all the vehicles are rendered in CG, but it's never overdone and blends for the most part. One place that CG is utilized very well is the opening theme, which has a great blend of 3D and 2D accompanied with a stellar theme. Both the opening and ending themes are very good, although neither stuck in my head as much as other anime themes I've heard in the past. The rest of the music isn't the most memorable either, but it perfectly matches the calm tone the show is aiming for. One really fascinating thing I caught a lot this time around was just how much of Laid Back Camp really seems to be just Japanese tourist propaganda. Yeah, we have great characters, fun interactions, and beautifully painted scenery, but every 10 minutes the show is practically begging the viewer, see all this cool stuff? You can go there too. Come on, spend money here and see these beautiful vistas for yourself. And I'm not really saying this as a knock against the show, it's never distracting. And it's not really malicious propaganda either. Yeah, all this stuff does look cool. I do kinda wanna go there. Wait. Maybe it's just working on me. Oh no. I'm not immune to Japanese travel propaganda. All that being said, I really loved Laid Back Camp Season 2. It was everything I wanted it to be. A great few hours to relax and watch these girls enjoy nature. The music was soothing, I loved watching everyone have fun with each other or by themselves. I'm crushing hard on Nadeshika's sister Sakura. Wait, no, cut that part out. And I really appreciate how the show paints isolation. It's great. A great show. I love it. Can't wait for the movie whenever that comes out. I'm even thinking about grabbing the manga, which I hear is good too. Overall, I give Laid Back Camp a anime instant ramen out of 10. Anyway, thank you for watching. Laid Back Camp is currently streaming on Crunchyroll and I cannot recommend it enough. If you enjoyed, maybe give this video a rating, and while you're down there, tell me other shows like Laid Back Camp you think I might like. I might even give them a chance. I post new videos every other Thursday, so make sure to sub and hit the notify bell if you want to see them. And if you'd like, follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or this cool game tracking site called ggapp.io to see the games I'm playing, all at Mario8. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.